Yo, what's up guys? I know it's been a long time since our last video, but welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Sky Castle Gaming. And yeah, it's been a while since I posted a Minecraft video or a video in general. Just real life got in the way, got a lot of stuff going on. But I don't want to worry or talk about that. Let's just go ahead and get started with the video. Today, I want to build a goat farm, which is the starting point right behind me. It's not far from our spawn point portal over there. So we're going to build it on top of the nether. Underneath us is a nether wastes, which we're going to do some edit magic and show you the nether waste area. It's just a big lava lake. It's going to be awesome and perfect for spawn rates. And we'll probably do one layer, see how well it does, maybe do two, but we'll see that in the video. And then we're going to work on our base finally. I actually completed the bottom of it. We'll see that in a clip really shortly. And then I want to add some vegetation to it, just make it look green, bring it kind of to life with some little details. So we'll be working on that today. And let's go ahead and get started. I want to show you the area below where we're going to be building our goat farm, just so you can see what kind of lava lake it is and how it probably will affect spawn rates. Since there's no spawnable areas or very little, we should get a ton of spawns on our magma blocks that we're going to put up in the sky. So let's go take a look at that. Alright, so this is the area where we will be building our goat farm. Well, it'll be on the nether roof, obviously. And we're going to build it in roughly this vicinity. So it is nether waste almost all the way around us. If you go this way a little farther, you get into sand valley. There we go. We got the name of it. So mostly nether waste, which is what we need for our zombie piglins to spawn. And we're just going to make them chase a turtle egg and then drop to their deaths. Yeah, not many spawning areas here with all of the... Really, it's just this little area. Really wanted to get super serious about it. We could just cut all of this out and there'd be no spawning areas. But I'm not too worried about it. I don't need it to be super efficient. It's just me playing, so it's not like I need code for 10 people or something. So we're just going to do one platform, see how much gold we get out of it for like 15-20 minutes. And if it's enough, then we'll stop at that. But yeah, this is a pretty good area. It's mostly lava, which is what we want for spawn rates. Alright, and welcome back. So the time lapse just finished and we have a functioning gold farm. I've let it run for about 15 minutes now. So let's go take a look and see what we got. 10 and a half stacks in 15 minutes. So that's a little bit over a stack of gold ingots. About to say iron ingots. Of gold ingots, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, for 15 minutes, I can AFK here for 2-3 hours and have more than I'll probably ever need. So I'm gonna let this keep going. Yeah, and get back to you and see if we have a bunch. Set up a system to where I can just craft golden ingots really fast. Usually you just break the chest, and I don't want to do that though. We'll see. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll just put a crafting table underneath one of the carpets. That's way it's easy to craft. And go from there. We'll see what I decide. But yeah, so functioning gold farm. Just build up some gold because next episode I'd like to build a bartering farm. Oh. if you paid attention in the, say paid attention, if you saw, must have been on, oh no, it's right. Oh, because of my shulker boxes. Scaffolding. Yeah, during the creation of the goat farm, these guys kept spawning and ruining my day. They interrupted me quite a few times. Luckily, they didn't do much damage to the actual farm, but it was a pain. Go pick this. Oh, I got a magma cube. Not the greatest, but it's still good. Still good. I like collecting all these wallheads. That was a fun find. I wonder if you can collect a ghast head. Don't like makes everything look. So I'm gonna put out all this fire, and then when we come back, we're gonna be working on the base. Start knocking out some of that and adding details to the base, and go from there. So let's go ahead and go do that. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our base. As you can already see, I got some stone, grass, and things like that on the sides. I do want to take some of these stones out and put some mossy cobblestone and things like that just to give it a little more life. We're also going to put, I want a glow lichen all in here, vines. We may get some vines from the nether and put it in there as well. And I may go in and change this. I may cut all of this out and make it flatter. I'm not really sure how I want to do that yet still. But what I'm going to do is, as this pillar comes out, I'm going to have a bunch of small ones as well coming out of it. Like if something would have pulled it out of the ground, you take a rock out the ground, you get dirt falling from it and things hanging from it, and that's kind of the goal I'm going for. So we're going to have just pillars similar to what's in the center hanging down. May change out torches for candles here. I kind of want to use candles quite a bit and make cool little functions with candles because they can do some pretty cool things. And yeah, that's what we're going to do with this. Go take a look inside. Obviously, we're going to have buildings and trees on this. I'm not sure if I'm going to do custom trees or not. I've never built with trees, so we'll see. Something I'll decide as I go. But this is what the inside looks like. I'm going to level this out at some point. And that's kind of what I'm thinking about doing to the outside, is if I take it this height and level it out and then smash all of this out of the way and build that pillar back up in the center, might look better, look less like a snow cone or ice cream cone. I don't think it looks too bad. So I'm kind of going to see when we add the outside vegetation, the grass, the glow lichen, everything like that, then it may not look as ugly as it does now because it's pretty terrible. It looks just like a big stone ice cream cone. I don't really like that. So I was thinking about making this a bubble column, but there's just no way to keep this cool looking scenery if it's a bubble column because the water source spill over. But that's the plan so far. I need to get started on adding the vines and everything. We're just going to do it section at a time. I'm not going to go into one massive time lapse and just knock this whole thing out. We'll probably just do maybe 20% of it this episode, and I'll slowly work on it off camera. Maybe make a few time lapses in other episodes for it, and just kind of get the base done. I'll make floating scaffolding to do this, so I'll probably make a cut of that. I don't know if people know how to do that little trick. I use a water bucket and go down, add a piece of stone, and then continue the floating scaffolding. It's super easy, and you don't have to build from the ground as much. I hate having to go from the ground up, and I'd just rather have my scaffolding floating so I can land on it and do whatever I need. So we'll do that, make a couple of layers of it, and knock out a section at a time. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started on that. And we'll probably cut to a clip of me just making the scaffolding thing, because I think it's cool, and I haven't seen anyone else do it before. So yeah, let's do that. All right, and we are back, and I want to show y'all a few farms that I have set up. I have this one bush for glow berries. Just take some bone meal and spam it and get a couple stacks. We also have this little vine farm. It's pretty just crude and set up for just quick and easy. While I'm just building, it grows. I get enough to get me some cobbled, is it this? I can build some mossy cobblestone. Because we're going to add that into the build here in a second. We also have our glow lichen farm right here. This is pretty quick and easy. Just filled up the dropper and let it go. And then I had a surprise for you, but it got away. I forgot to befriend the axolotl. I have found a blue axolotl in a lush cave looking for glowberries. They are extremely rare, one in like 1200 of getting one, and it spawned in the wild naturally. I'd got it, built this little tank for it, and I think it despawned because I hadn't befriended. I didn't feed it any tropical fish. I had it swimming around in here, and he seemed like he could get back in. I think he could hop back in here. I don't think he ever got out and didn't get back in. I think I just left him too long and he despawned. So that was extremely unfortunate because they're super rare. They do look very cool. So I'll have to go on a hunt for one. Maybe we'll make this aquarium bigger. And just to make sure that it wasn't that he got out and couldn't get back in, we'll probably sink this one layer in and have it then, and maybe put the bottom as quartz as well so the water don't flow down into our base below. But that's probably what we'll do. But I'm very disappointed that he disappeared because I was super excited about that. It's super rare and they do look really cool. And let's just go, got some of the scaffolding set up. Got some more down there. We have quite a bit actually. So we have all of that kind of just set up. We're going to make a few rings start going this way. We have it set up around about about a quarter of the island, as you can see here. So yeah, I do want to show you what I have planned. So we're going to come down here to these and just knock out some of this to this spot and just throw in some mossy cobblestone. I think it's just going to give it a little texture, make it a little bit more realistic. I'm not too worried about the blocks we're losing. If I want to, I'll just go down there and try to find them. But basically something like this at random. I'm not too worried about where we put these blocks at. Just kind of adding a little texture to it. We'll do this all down throughout. And as we get lower, maybe we'll throw in some glowberry vines. And with shears, we can stop them from growing. So if I wanted that one to stop, I just shear it like so. So that one will no longer grow. But I want it to actually grow. I want it to be a little bit longer. And once it gets to a certain height that I feel like is pretty nice, we'll stop it. Throw some glow lichen there. And behind it. Let's see. No, I can't. So this might actually stop it from growing. I wonder if glow lichen would stop a vine from growing as well. That's something we're going to have to experiment with. In fact, set that up now on our wall. So we got that. Pick this up. So we're going to have that cut off so it can't grow anywhere. Let's make this one grow. Right here. See if this one grows out. It'd be a good little experiment because if it does stop it from growing, we can mix these two together and use it on the build. Because I don't use vines right now because they just grow everywhere. You can't stop them. You can't shear it. But if glow lichen stops them from growing, that would actually be like really nice. And that's the plan so far. We'll see how all of this comes out. I'm hoping it does pretty well. And then I do want to show y'all how I have this floating up in the air. I find this to be the easiest way. Although I don't have any dirt on me with some mossy cobblestone. Put it over here. Because if I put any more on this, it'll fall and break. I'll just throw some water down, pop a block, hop back up, and that's it. It's good to go. And build out more. This is like super easy, super quick. I find that a lot easier than trying to build out from the wall or work my way down or up. It doesn't take long. Doesn't really stop me from building. And I rolled through it fairly quick. It didn't take me long to set all this up. Yeah, I think it's super easy. I don't ever see anyone doing this. You could also use like the trapdoor trick to slowly build down, but it takes too long versus just popping some water down and just writing it down, quickly placing a block and coming back up. I find that to be the easiest. So, little trick I wanted to put on here. I may make a short of it as well. We'll see. It's just I don't see anyone ever doing it or talking about it, so figured I would do that. And then from here we're gonna and from here we're just gonna extend these out all the way, go about a quarter of the way. And I would like to try to get some of this. We're not gonna get it all done. There's just not enough time. Oh. There's just not enough time. I want to also see how those glow lichen. How much light they give off. It's not much. Not enough, I think, to make a difference. But that's what we got going on right now. So let's cut back. I made time lapse me having slowly putting all the greenery on. Or I may just do a quick cut to it. It'll take some time. Probably take me a couple of days to knock that out. But let's go ahead and fast forward and get to that. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back. So, we are done with a little bit. I only got about 2 levels done because of how long it took. It was actually a lot of work. I'm gonna probably trim up some of these vines here. What we got so far, I definitely think it's an improvement. It gives it a little depth to the build, a little green as well, instead of just gray stone. I'm thinking about adding some dirt in there. I really like the wall look. I use walls on here, and I'm really liking the walls. Just hover about. But yeah, this is what we got so far. It took me probably about 3 hours just to do this little bit. Really liking the walls. I probably need to cut some of these vines to make sure they don't get stupid long. But this is what we got. I put a bunch of glow lichen everywhere just so it has some light at night. Maybe it'll be night soon and we can take a look at that. But I'm liking it. I'm hoping more glowberries come in and I can use my shears and like cut some of this off and make it not so long, shorten it up, kind of whatever I see fit. But I'm actually really liking this. I'm thinking about adding dirt blocks. Said that, but like this vine's way. Adding some dirt blocks, something to change up the color a little bit. I think once we add more color to it, it'll start looking more natural. And that's really the goal, is just to have this as a natural build. And I think I'm pulling that off, personally. But let me know what you think in the comments, whether you agree or not. But that took quite a bit of time, a lot more than I expected, honestly. So this is where I'm going to have to end the episode. And we'll get back to it next time. I'm just going to slowly do a little bit on it every time I work on an episode. I may not show you the progress. I may just wait until most of it's done and show you. But that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, have a good one.